Coming to you straight from the Rio Grande and beyond. Broadcasting to the four corners of the globe. So grab your seat, your coffee, or your sundowner.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
On point, as always. This is Gloves Off. Gloves Off. Today, in America, more than 5.5 million men, women, and children train in a martial art regularly. Buitrón Academy has been serving Laredo for over 30 years now. Our adult classes are geared for producing the best in you, teaching you street-ready techniques. With the arts of Savate and Kenpo, you'll learn the traditions of these sciences of combat, as passed down professor to student.
Hello, my name is Jaime Garcia. I started Savate when I was 17 or 18. I'd like to say it was because I was in search of knowledge, but truth be told, I joined Savate because I got my ass kicked in a bar. My mouth was writing checks, my ass couldn't cash, so I figured I should learn how to fight. I was looking through the paper, trying to find someone that I could really learn something from, and I came across Buitrón's school. Even though it was on the other side of town for me, I wanted to go someplace where I wasn't going to be wasting my time. So I came by. He was nice enough to take me on as a student, and I started learning. I went all the way up until I think it was white glove, pretty consistently. As a matter of fact, I think I even failed one glove because one year I wasn't prepared enough. I believe it was my green glove. So I had to take my green glove twice, but definitely didn't stop me from coming back because that was definitely my fault. But I kept coming back year after year, and I loved it. I had to stop when I was about 25, 26. I had to go to school, I had to go off to college, but I never forgot what I learned here, and I promised myself I would always come back. I just had to get some life stuff done. So I went to school. So that definitely not only gave me the confidence to do so many other things in my life, but it also got me out of a lot of trouble that I admittedly got myself into. But definitely one of the most important things I ever learned in my life was how to fight. I finally came back, even though I live in Austin, which is a good 3.5 hours away. I still make the time to come every month to come and learn because it's one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, one of the best things I ever did. And I believe it gives a person something that the society is very much missing these days, which is a discipline and a drive to go forward, drive to keep doing what you're doing. And I believe in it so much, I'm just waiting for my kids to get old enough to hopefully start doing it themselves. And yeah, best thing I ever did in my life, and I wouldn't change it.
Come train at the best kept secret of Laredo. Give us a call for your free evaluation at 956-401-4868 or check out our website at savate.biz. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook.
Back at you in Gloves Off, and today we got a great entrepreneur from Laredo and small business owner, James Turner, and we're going to touch base on the security business that it has, what the importance of these businesses are here in Texas, actually, and around Laredo, and talk a little bit about that. Good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning, Will. Thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate you taking the time, being out here, taking time to speak with me. So my business, South Texas Gate Guard Security Services. Primarily, as this name says, right, we're gate guards. So on my business end, we're out on oil field sites, pad sites, drilling, frac. So, as you know, Northwest Webb County, Ensenada, Carrizo. It's been pretty popular for oil production and drilling and whatnot for the past, 40, 50 years, right? And so gate guard's essential, right? You're essential to that location because you're monitoring who's coming in, who's coming out, what are they bringing in, and what are they going out with, because some of this machinery that they go in with is pretty expensive, right? $1 million machinery. So we're out there making sure that we know who's going out. And apart from the machinery, the ranch owners, the landowners, they really want to know who's out there and what's going on. So it's also a means of protecting the ranch owners as well, right? And making sure there's no traffic that's not supposed to be out there. That's what we're trying to do, right? That's what we're trying to accomplish, right? And so in tandem, when you're out there, you're 30, 40 miles out in the boonies. There's big ranches, the river's right there, susceptible to crime, right? There's illegal immigrants coming in and contraband and whatnot. And so out there, you're in some remote areas, so you got to be out there and be vigilant. And so we do work in tandem with all law enforcement, right? In case we see anything, hear anything, we're always quick to go ahead and call them because they're the experts, right? And they're the ones that are paid to be out there handling those situations. And so we're just an extra set of eyes, apart from for the actual oil field production companies and the landowners, also for law enforcement, right? So it's pretty. I think our job is integral right now, especially with the current environment. We've got a lot of we've seen been doing this for years, right? Started out doing this in 2010 out in Carrizo. We were doing pipeline builds, and so that's where we originally started, me and my brother. And so back then, you would once in a while bump into the occasional illegal, right? Every once in a while, like maybe a little group. It wasn't too common, but recently we've been really seeing a lot of big groups, at least 20, 30, 40 people in groups, and Border Patrol gets there, and they get there with the drone, and they get there with the horses and the ATVs. It's kind of like you're in a movie, right? They all just show up. And so recently we have been seeing an increase in that. And go ahead.
No. The question that I wanted to say is, when you start seeing this movement, are they, and you all run across them, is there a lot of, how can I say, are they very aggressive or not aggressive, or they're passive, or they're trying to get help, or what, or how's the mixture?
Yeah, the mixture is most people are passive. Some folks there's some people that have been stuck out there for 2 weeks, and it's all brush. So they're out there in this brush, and the sun's hitting them, and they're thirsty, and they just come ask you for help. They just go, hey, just call Border Patrol. There's some of them, but most all of them have always been passive. We've never bumped into anybody that's been aggressive. We've heard stories, right, from ranch owners,
Sure.
But for the most part, they're passive. Some are just lost. They've been out there for some time. They just need some help, some water. We bumped into people that they have. They start eating the nopales. So they have stickers all over. Man, you feel real bad for them, man. They're pretty passive folks. They're not aggressive. Some are just giving up. They just want you to call Border Patrol because, hey, man, you're eating 2 weeks out in the brush. And it's tough.
And many have perished. Many have perished out there, and I know that. What was it, a year and a half ago? There was one that perished on our side of the ranch, and then adjacent to the other one, there was another body that they had found, and people walk and they get lost, and what happens with many is they start drinking pond water, and of course it's infected.
Yep.
I mean, it has a lot of parasites, a lot of, and they themselves get sick by that. They start dehydrating themselves because of the parasites that they drank them with, amoebas and everything else that goes on, and all of a sudden guess what? You go under, you perish, and it's sad. It's a sad note. And our Border Patrol and our sheriffs and everybody, you all out there, you all are basically more first responders for them than anything else.
Yeah. So we'll respond to them, and we help them with what we can, right? There's some food, there's water, we'll help them out, but we always gotta call. The first thing is call Border Patrol.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just
absolutely. That's procedure.
Yeah. That's procedure. That's operating procedure, because you don't want to get tangled in with being assumed to be part of that or anything like that. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now let me tell you this: since it's picking up, your business has been going and growing, which is wonderful, because now we need that. We need the jobs back.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hurting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that production going on now. But if somebody wants to get involved and become or help not help out, but be an employee.
Be an employee,
So
yeah.
what happens?
Yeah. So there's a process, right? You go on. I mean, we have a Facebook, we have an Instagram, we have the office number. The office number is here on my cell phone all the time. It's my cell phone, so yeah, that's the hotline, right? Anybody that has an issue or is calling or whatever, you can call me anytime. I'm the one that picks up the phone all the time. 24 hours a day, right? So I'm the I'm the secretary, I'm the COO, I'm the CFO, I'm all in one. I'm the hand out there fixing stuff up and taking fuel out there and taking water. So you can call us, you can email us. We've got a website, you can apply there. And so once you apply, right, there's certain requisites we do have to be a level 2, at least a level 2 security guard. That way you can have that's the level 2 security guard certifications through Texas DPS. So there's a process, there's a background check and whatnot, just to make sure that DPS approves you to be a security guard. So and then from there you can go from level 2. There's also level 3, which are the folks that are authorized to carry a handgun, right? And so that you need a little bit more training, and you really got to have a really squeaky clean record, you know. And after level 3, there's also level 4, and that's like personal protection. So we don't dabble in personal protection, so that's not one of our caveats, right? But we do know folks that do need personal protection. So if there's ever someone that is interested in the industry and growing in the industry, yeah, they can always come out with us, start here with us. I think we're a good foundation of where to start for security, and then hey, there's always room for growth, man. You know, there's level 3 security guards that work down at the courthouse, and man, those guys make some good money.
Absolutely.
So we're like the foundation for security, because you know we don't get too advanced as far as even none of our employees are level 3 guards. I think it's just me and my brother who are level 3, but we don't take those kind of assignments. Not right now. It's not the
Right. And people need to know that right now it's business is getting start being booming again. Right?
Yeah. There's from what we know, from what we read, there's a boom coming, right? There's another boom coming. The only thing is the supply chain, the tools, the parts, and then also the labor. I got a call this morning from one of the producers out here, and they're like, "Hey, we already called 2 other companies, and they said that they don't have any employees." I'm like, "Hey, you called the right company. We have plenty of employees, because out here in Laredo, we got good, hardworking people who they're not gonna let you down, you know. And that's the thing about being local and being able to help out the local production companies, drilling companies, because we take all this local talent out there and we're showing them, you know. We're putting Laredo on the map with some of these bigger oil companies, and so we're proud to do that.
And you know, I'm glad you said that, because companies like yours and businesses like yours do put Laredo on the map. You know, they send Laredo and elsewhere, and there's a lot of vocations out there that people need to understand that there's a lot of work to right now. Yeah. If you want to work, you can make money, you can go forward with it.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. And people don't understand that, but it is. Right now you can be a security guard, you can go that vocation if you want, and if that's what you like, and take it that route.
Yeah, and we've had guys that start off as security guards, and you know they're out there at the gates, and then you know you make friends when you're out there because you're on the boonies, and so some of these guys that you see coming in and coming out, well, those are some of the other folks you see, and so some of these guys have gone on to be pipe welders, foremen, construction.
Sure.
You know, so we've had a lot of guys not only grow in the security industry, but kind of grow into other sectors too. So I'm glad that we're at least being able to provide that foundation for folks and trying to get people onto that next level in career. You know what I mean? Because it is entry level work, right? But for some folks, hey, it's a nice cushy job. You're sitting out at the ranch and you just, you know, you're enjoying the view, except when it's hot, right?
Absolutely. But number one, if folks want to get in touch with you, where can they call?
They can call my cell phone number, the office number. It's 956-477-9223. That's my cell phone. You can call me, text me. You can find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We have a LinkedIn page. And so, and we also have a website. It's just real easy. TexasGateGuard.com.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you guys if you're interested in pursuing that field, please do so and find some people that are licensed and they're moving along in the positive direction.
Yeah.
In other words, so
That's exactly
and here
what we're
Mr.
looking
Turner is doing just that. So I want to congratulate you on that and wishing you the best and
Thank you, Mr. Buitrón.
much success.
Thank you. We appreciate the time.
Folks, we're almost running out of time, but we're going to leave you with this. You guys stay at peace, be at peace, and also be peaceful. So next time, much peace.
Peace.